Good Monday morning! It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum. Yes, I'm alive and well. And, of course, we know him as 17-year NFL veteran, three-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys. I almost forgot his intro to the point where, well, his IFL dreams or his indoor football league dreams look like they're ending before they begin, as another league looks like it's folding, Dale. And we're not even talking about the Rattlers who play tonight, unfortunately. Dale Hellestrae's here, everybody.
Yeah, I saw you rejoicing in the demise of another pro sports league.
It's just stupid. They're all like, hey, this is going to be so great. Let's do international indoor football. Let's say bankruptcy and move on with our lives.
Wow.
Quick as possible.
Well, happy belated 4th of July to everybody. I'm going to choose to remain positive. It's
America.
You had a great trip after you finally got over to California. And
yeah. I got a bone to pick with
when you finally got over to California.
We got there fine.
Yeah.
So we get in the car in the morning, and Ethan's like, the front driver's side tires at 29 psi. Should we fill it? I'm like, it's fine. Just go. We're fine. Just go.
Well, what's it supposed to be, like 35?
Yeah, 30, 33, 35, okay. Something like that. But it's morning, it's cold, whatever. Just go. You're fine. It's cool. We'll just watch it. We got an hour across town. We're fine. We'll do it. We did go to the Buc-ee's, by the way, but we'll skip that part of the story for right now.
Okay.
We get to Yuma. It's like the driver's side rear tire's the one that's kind of like, all right, that's gone down a little bit. All right, maybe it's just that whatever, but it's not going down a lot, So it's like, all right, we'll just ignore it. We'll just keep going.
So you didn't put any air in it?
Well, we did. We stopped a bit. We have an air thing. So we stopped to put air in it at the gas station. Okay. Put it up to 36.
Okay.
Overinflated it. And so I'm driving from Yuma. Ethan drove to Yuma, and then I'm driving from Yuma to California, and it's not moving at all. I'm like, oh, it's fine. Whatever. We're good. We stopped at this immigration checkpoint, as you go through the mountains, and then the checkpoint was open that day, so it was like stop and go traffic for like a mile.
Right.
Every time we slowed down and stopped, it would drop a PSI.
Ooh.
And I'm like, okay, we have something wrong with this tire. But it's something to where, when you stop, it's inflating out. So I'm like, it's probably in a sidewall, So I'm like, all right, whatever's in there better not fall out. Because we've got like 60 miles, 40 miles.
Yeah, because that's out in that checkpoint's always out in the middle of nowhere.
In the mountains, too, yeah. So I'm like, all right. So then we started going fast again. Didn't deflate at all. Get to the hotel, check in, and I'm like, I got to take this thing to Discount Tire. There's obviously something wrong with it or whatever. We check in, we take everything upstairs. I go back out to the car because it's like 2 o'clock, right? And I'm like, if I don't get there soon, we could be without this car, and we need it. So I'm like, all right, so I got to take it now. I take it to a Discount Tire. I pull in, Dale, packed as can be.
Ooh.
Cars everywhere, people standing around. And I'm like, crap, I'm just going to have to drop it off. Whatever. They can come, Autumn can come pick me up, and then we'll deal with it. Because we had 6 people. We needed 2 cars. So I'm like, all right, we'll just do that. I walk in. The guy greets me right away, and I'm like, oh, there's no line in here. I'm talking to him. We walk out to the car. And nobody's outside anymore. Everybody was picking up their cars in that exact moment I pulled
Really?
In. Nobody's there. No cars are in the bay. Nothing. Yeah.
Look at that.
So he looks at it, pulls it in. I was there for less than an hour. But we had a hole in the tire, Dale. And what was we had, with the certificate, so it's $35 to get a new tire, whatever.
Right.
But Dale, what were your last words on this program on Wednesday before we left?
Enjoy your trip, Steve.
No, your last words were, "Hey, don't get a flat. Did you have no spare?"
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that.
You can ask Ethan. I was swearing up and down about you. Swearing up and down about you. You jinxed us.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I felt bad for you.
I took if you missed it on Twitter, I put that I was at a friendly local Discount Tire and took the picture of the lobby. They had the tire in stock, which for my cars, for some reason, it's always a question mark if they have it in stock. They had the exact tire in stock. Nobody was there. They pulled it up. They saw it was must have hit something. So inside wall was
inside wall. Okay,
yeah, but it was a small little thin thing. They couldn't even find it until they put it. However they figure it out, water or whatever.
Right.
They didn't even see it till then. So every time we were stopping, which is what I thought was happening, your sidewalls, when you're driving, your car's, expanded, whatever. When you stop, it settles down, and then that's when the air was being pushed out of it. That's why but I rolled it in there. I rolled it into the discount at like 27 psi or something like that. But we made it. But it's all because of this guy over here, folks. Put the jinx on us.
Yeah. I did bring that up, didn't I?
Multiple times. Multiple times.
See, I think that with your track record, and now you've kind of broke that jinx, because when's the last time you went into a tire shop for the first time and people greet you and bing, boom?
I expected to drop it off, have Autumn come get me, and then we just do whatever after that. Like
we'll get it tomorrow.
Uber
sometime.
Or something. Yeah, I expect him to be like, oh, we don't have that tire in stock, and we have to order it, and we'll have it tomorrow by midnight, something like that. Because that happens a lot to me. For some reason, my tire, I don't know if I buy like tires that nobody buys or whatever, but every time I go to a shop here in Phoenix, even Ethan was like, wow, that's the best experience you've ever had it. Nobody shamed me, Dale. Nobody shamed me.
Look at you.
I shared my Buc-ee's beef jerky with a couple of the guys in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you. Maybe you should move to California.
Seriously. Actually, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. The problem is that the place where I want to live, I wouldn't be able to afford it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, let me put it this way. Even if I could afford it, I don't want to pay it. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. We were driving, we went out to La Jolla at one point, and there's this little small dinky house, on the main road there on Torrey Pines Drive. And it's like just sitting there, not even facing the water, Dale. It's facing the mountain behind it. And it's this thing. So Ethan looks it up. I think it was like $2.5 million or something. I go, how many square feet? Like 1,200, 1,300? He goes, 1,050. And I'm like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, not even a view. Not even a view. You're looking out at the mountain behind the ocean. Inland. Yeah. And I was just like, no, thank you. And that's just that. That doesn't include the taxes and all the other stuff you got. And yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Dale's people right there.
Yeah.
I was going to have to visit a couple of your friends up there that invited me over.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Very nice of them.
Well, was Giesecke in town?
Giesecke, Irvin,
Yeah.
Troy. Troy was like, hey.
Hey, come on over, Steve.
Go see my La Jolla beach house. Go check on that for me, Steve. And I was like, all right, Troy, I'll take care of you. We'll go do it. But we did stop at the Buc-ee's. So I want to just go on notice here. Dale almost jinxed us. Almost.
But see, maybe I spoke it so that it would go so smooth for you.
Is that it?
Yeah. No, if you ever went flat at the immigration station, then I would have felt really bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, well, we have an air tire pumper. We always take that stuff in case you get stuck. It's just if you get a big thing or not,
Right.
So we could have just kept stopping and filling it up. It just would have sucked, to do that all the time and everything. But yeah, that was fun. Yeah, good job, Dale. Way to jinx us.
What time did you pull out of your driveway?
6:15, 6:30 in the morning.
Okay. Everybody on time? Everybody
I was the one running late.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I didn't fall asleep till midnight, getting stuff, doing laundry and all that stuff. So I didn't get to bed till like midnight. And then I was like, oh, I'll get up early and get packed.
Oh, Steve. You pack everything but your shaving kit.
Yeah, but I did. It was all in the dryer, Dale. I fell asleep with everything in the dryer. I even forgot my good camera, man. Because I knew one place we were going. I really wanted to. Ethan says, "Way to go, Dale." Even Ethan was like, "Dale, but Dale said we're gonna get a flat." That was pretty fun. Yeah, no. So I didn't do any of that. But no, I forgot my good camera. Which one of the places we're gonna go to, the Safari Zoo, the Safari Park.
Yeah.
I like animal pictures and stuff. So I knew I needed like the long lenses, and I completely left it. Pulled it out, put it on the table, then left it there.
So you can actually envision where it was sitting.
Oh yeah,
when
we got to after Buc-ee's, we got on like the 85 to cut down to 8, and I was like, dang it, forgot the good camera. I was like, we got to go back.
Yeah,
hour and a half drive back again.
That probably wouldn't have been greeted well by the group.
Nah, Just deal with it.
All right.
I still got some good pictures.
So you mentioned it 3 or 4 times already. You were telling us on Wednesday.
Yep.
You can go to San Diego 2 different ways from where you live. One, you go up a little north, and you can go by Buc-ee's,
not really north,
or you can go a little bit south and take I-8.
Yep. I hate that drive through Maricopa to get to Gila Bend. I hate because even though the speed limit's 50, it's a 2-lane road. We took that on the way back, and you're just on that road forever. I hate it. I will drive miles and miles out of my way. I'd rather stay on I-10 down to I-8, which is way out of your way and cut over, instead of cutting through Maricopa. So anyway, we went by Buc-ee's. And I was prepared to just be like, nope, we're skipping it if it was like all packed, whatever. No.
Right.
Exited the freeway, took a left into the Buc-ee's. All the gas signs were full, so you would have had to wait a couple minutes, all 150 of them. Found parking off to the side pretty easy. I mean, it was busy, but no waits at all. No waits at all. Yeah.
And
it's exactly what I remember being. Stupid place. I don't get why people go destination there. We did run into the kid's orthodontist. The braces doctor was in there.
Okay.
They were on their way to California and stopped there too. It's typical Buc-ee's. I'm not a Buc-ee's fan. I'm not a guy that goes out of his way for Buc-ee's. It's phenomenal if you're there. It's not, but I wouldn't make a special trip to go there. I wouldn't. It's all Buc-ee's. Even Ireland was like, they're really proud of their logo with all the clothes that they got there, and everything's Buc-ee branded.
Well, didn't I see some pictures with the actual mascot or whatever?
Yeah, they have a statue out front. Yeah.
Oh, they didn't have a live one?
Not that I saw.
Oh.
But everybody went their own separate ways to check the place out. The brisket line was so they get all those aromas of fudge and brisket and thing. But I did stand in line to get some beef jerky. But there's no line. I mean, the lines were small and everything. It wasn't bad. I check out the bathrooms. I had to go to the bathroom. Been in the car for an hour drinking soda, drinking whatever. And so I had to go in there. To clean
is that one of their calling cards?
Yeah,
they say we have
clean. Yeah, world famous clean bathrooms. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dumb. But I stood in line for because they have 2 ways to get beef jerky, Dale. And people don't know this, and I see a lot of people making the mistake. People are they have a jerky wall, literally what they call it, and it's prepackaged beef jerky, which is still fresh. They make it there and then they prepackage.
Right.
But it's packaged and it's on a wall. You walk 100 feet to your left, like a deli counter, and they have it freshly made right there. I had half pound, quarter pound, whatever you want. I got a half pound of peppered. Dale, my teeth have never hurt so much chewing this soft jerky the whole way across the state of Arizona and California. It was amazing. It's amazing. Autumn got teriyaki. It was really good. They have a ton of flavors, freshly made right there. That's the reason I would go to Buc-ee's all the time. I'm not going to drive across town to do it.
Right.
But if there's a Buc-ee's by me, that's why I would go to Buc-ee's was for the beef jerky.
You didn't want to get one of their logo shirts or
no.
Don't they sell clothes there too?
Yeah, I posted it to Robert. I should have given it to Kobe. They have they have shirts, hats. That's all Buc-ee's. It's not all Buc-ee's themed. They also have like Ford stuff there, like nostalgic looking stuff. But get your grill, your Buc-ee's grill utensils.
Oh.
And everything. But I posted it on Robert's thing was they had a like beaver outfits they put on, you zip up. I was trying to get everybody to buy those. So that way if we got lost in San Diego, be like, who are you looking for? They're dressed like beavers. I should send that to Kobe. Good. So I mean, Buc-ee's is a place. I hear the brisket's fantastic. I'm just not going to eat it. I'm just not. They sell the most brisket out of like the whole world.
Really?
Like yeah. I know somebody like I told this story where they left their house at 3 a.m. from North Phoenix, went there, went back up to the house. They work up there just to get the brisket. They made another trip like that this weekend. I saw on Facebook. Yeah, just for the brisket. It's not that good, folks.
Well, I can't imagine anything being that good.
I know. But I mean, so basically, I've heard that on the weekends the lines are still super long and really busy. Okay. So I mean, it was packed. It was like being in a Walmart in the middle of the day on a Saturday. where you notice there's a lot of people in there. You have to park far away unless you want to drive around for a while. You have to park a little bit away. It was like that. It wasn't that crazy. But now keep in mind, this was Thursday morning. But I hear the weekends are still packed and stuff like that. But that was easy. And then you drive right out of there. It's quick and easy. The lines aren't there, at least during the week. I can attest to that. And I had heard that. But we were playing.
Even a holiday weekend on Thursday, I would imagine there's people heading over
that's what I'm wondering. Because a lot of people we ran into the orthodontist, and the only reason they were stopping by was because they're on the way out of town.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're not going to Yuma or Casa Grande for the fireworks show. I mean, not Casa Grande. What's that thing on 85 now? Gila Bend.
Gila Bend.
There you go.
I can stay at the Space Age Inn.
Oh, God. Every time we drive through there.
It's an amazing hotel. Now it's branded a Best Western. They're stepping up their game.
Have you ever went in there?
No, I do not want to become a human lampshade, Dale. Well, then I'm explaining to the kids, because the kids are like, what kind of town is it? And I'm like, this actually was a thriving town at one point. Because back then, cars, you had to stop here to get gas to make it to Yuma.
Yes.
Cars weren't very good like they are now. Now we fill up at, we didn't even fill up at Buc-ee's, and we just made it all the way to Yuma to fill up, and everything. And just a different world we live in today than what we grew up with there with cars.
So you finally make it. You get done with the discount tire. You're back at the hotel an hour later.
Yep.
And
like 3
just
o'clock.
laid low Thursday night?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember that far back, Dale. I think we just hung out because everybody was tired. I know Autumn and her daughters went to the beach because they wanted to get pictures and stuff like that. Teenagers and their pictures. So they wanted to go do all that. So they did that and everything. Oh, and then I think we went to Outback. When was Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday night, right?
When was Thursday night? It was right before Friday.
I know, but that was the Portugal game. See, I go off for World Cup games.
Oh,
yeah. So Thursday night. Yeah. So every place was packed with the World Cup there.
Yeah.
Packed. So we ended up going to Outback, which is in a mall right across from where we were staying. So we went to Outback. Even then, they had all the games on. Everybody's watching the televisions, watching the games. Fantastic. That was the Portugal game that they ended up holding on and winning. That was a fantastic game.
So
that's what we did Thursday night. Outback.
I forgot what I was going to ask.
We don't eat at Outback at all. But every time we go to San Diego, for some reason, we eat at that Outback.
So how did you find your hotel? And you found a decent hotel?
Yeah, easy. A Courtyard Marriott.
Did you do it on the way over there?
I
did you do it Wednesday night?
No, I did. Ireland was driving at a part after Yuma. We let her drive for a little bit. And while she was doing it, I was finding the hotel room. Yeah. So all the rooms, that's what cracks you up. Because July 4th is on a Saturday. It's always more expensive July 4th weekend, obviously. And we've gone the last, 3 years on July 4th weekend?
Okay.
Regardless. And it's always more expensive over July 4th. But because it was a Saturday night and Friday was a holiday, there's all these dance competitions there, all this other stuff. So Thursday night, the room was like $180 a night. Friday and Saturday night, it was up to like $280 a night. Same room. Same value room. But because it's the holiday, we got to double the price. The thing that annoys me the most about Southern California is that they charge for parking. And it's not that they charge for parking per se, which does annoy me. Like, hotels have figured out the gimmick of, we'll just charge for parking. When me and Ethan went to WrestleMania in Vegas, I told you, I stayed at this hotel that's now charging for parking. And I'm like, you have this, it's a parking lot. Nobody's coming here.
Right.
But they know it's income, so they've learned this lesson. But $30 a day for parking. Highway robbery, man. But yeah, no, Dale, it's easy to find a hotel room there. It's a big city.
And so where was this? Where was
we stayed at Hotel Circle. Mission Valley. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Well, everything I told you, we found out the nice resort up in La Jolla we usually stay at. Like literally, you walk across the street and you're in the La Jolla Cove area. They were really, really expensive for this weekend, like double their cost, which means they were like $600 a night, $300 it's $500-$600 a night. And then all they had was suites, and I couldn't figure it out. But we went to La Jolla on Friday night. Half the hotel's under renovation.
Oh.
So they didn't have half their rooms that they normally have. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense now of why it was so. Because I was like, all right, they're obviously making it an upscale place, but that's a big jump.
Yeah.
That's a big jump there.
But it's limited opportunities.
Exactly. And they had rooms if you want to pay it. I don't care how much money you got. If you're like all these people are like, I stayed at the Four Seasons for $1,000 a night last night. Just to lay your head down for a few hours at night, really?
I mean, hopefully you're over there to go do things.
Well, that's my point. Like, if I was going to stay in my room all day doing work stuff, then I'll get it. I'll splurge for a suite or whatever to do that. But yeah, I'm going to be in there for like 8-9 hours a day, hopefully, because I'm out doing other stuff. Like it's like that's my whole problem with Vegas, where Vegas is like, a hotel room, it's $300 for the night plus resort fee and all this other crap.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, except I'm never going to be in there.
You're not going to be in there. You're
that's
not
what
going to be
bothers
in the gym.
That's what bothers me about when the prices shoot up like that and stuff. So that was a good time. Weather was perfect, mid-70s. You go inland. We went to the so we saw that Portugal game right at Outback on Thursday night. The vaunted World Cup juggernaut of Outback. So we went there on Thursday night. Friday we got up. We went to the safari park. Friday was beach day. So we went over to Mission Beach. We Ubered over to Mission Beach because parking is impossible.
Right.
And it's a holiday. Oh, we got there at like 10:30. Beach was packed. Shoulders to shoulders with my favorite people there.
Really? Okay.
So we were there for several hours, 4 or 5 hours. The kids went and rode the roller coaster there at at Mission Beach and all that stuff. So it was a good day. Everybody got sunburned. My kids did a good job. Ethan's a little sunburned, if you didn't notice this morning, on his face. So in the water, fun time at the beach, whatever. Rode the roller coasters. Took an Uber there, like $35. No big deal, whatever. To go back at like 2 p.m. because it's all packed.
Surge.
Oh God, $50 or whatever it was. Like whatever, get out of here, you stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had 6 of us. We had to get a big vehicle and everything.
Right.
And then the guy kept talking to me, going, all your cargo has to go in the back. Okay, open your back up. We'll put it in the. We don't need to take it in there with it. I think he was worried about the sand or whatever. But did we clean ourselves up? Relax, Tiger. Pretentious Uber drivers over there. And then they whine how much little money they make. Well, maybe it's because you talk to people like they're idiots. Maybe that's why you don't make a lot of money. Maybe that's what does it.
So you did have a bad run-in.
No, it wasn't bad at all. Just the guy's a little weird. But yeah, so that was fun. And then we went to La Jolla Friday night and ate at Julio's. I think it's Julio. That's Juan's. Anyway, there's a Mexican food place there we always eat at. It's not the cheapest, but the food is amazing.
Right.
And they had the Argentina-Cape Verde game on. A lot of Argentina fans in this place. People cheering left and right for Argentina.
Yeah.
The way the Cape Verde team played, the crowd turned and was rooting for them. When he scored that second goal to tie it up and that beautiful curved ball in there, everybody was cheering that on and everything. I think it was amazing to watch the crowd turn to an underdog team. A very pro-Argentina crowd turned to just a fun game on that.
Right.
So the Portugal game you thought was fun, and so we're just sitting there watching that game and eating. Like we can go to the beach or do whatever, and we're watching the World Cup game because it's so exciting. It ends, so we leave, go down to La Jolla to see the seals and everything, all of that stuff. So it was a good time. That was Friday. Saturday we went to the safari park, which is inland up in Escondido. A little warm on Saturday. I think that's what did me in. A lot of sweating on that day.
Okay.
But we saw a bald eagle down. We had to go see the bald eagle and salute it. America.
There's a bald eagle in Scottsdale 2 nights ago.
Just hanging out?
Yeah, sitting on a light pole.
Seriously?
Yeah. You could have just saw that. You had to drive.
I didn't have to drive all the way there and look out through a fence?
Yeah.
I'd been to the safari park in like 10, 15 years.
Right. Now, did you take the tram ride around, or
we
did
took
you
well
walk?
we took the we walked all, but we took the free tram. We didn't pay for any of the other trams.
Okay.
Those are expensive. They used to not be that expensive. Like the cheapest tram ride, like into the safari, is like $98 a person. I know, I'm so old. I remember they were like 30.
So you're telling me that you don't love your family enough.
What I'm saying is we can look at the animals from a distance. You can see the giraffes from 100 yards away outside the fence as opposed to being right next to them, Dale. That's what I'm telling you.
All right, so you did that, and you also knew that you had fireworks that night.
Yeah. So we went back to the hotel, showered, changed, had to dress warm, go from hot to warm. We went to the boom, what they call it, the boom at the bay.
So did you
Biggest
look up where's the best place to go to fireworks, or did you know where you were going?
We know that's the best place to see fireworks in that area.
Okay.
So the problem with like going like all the like SeaWorld has them, which we did last year, but you have to buy a ticket to get into the park first.
Right.
And then you buy, and you don't have to buy tickets to see the fireworks. You can just see them. But if you want to go have a seat in an elevated view in like one of their stadiums,
right,
you gotta pay extra for that stuff or whatever. We did that last year, and it was really fun. It was really relaxing, and you get to see basically the same fireworks, type of stuff. And then they do their own closer to you and all that stuff. So you got to see like 3 or 4 different fireworks shows there. But no, we went back to the bay because it was free, except for the $50 parking to get into that.
You didn't Uber there, huh?
Oh, no, because the surge afterwards.
No.
No, but it takes like an hour to get out of that area to get back to the hotel. It's ridiculous because of traffic and everything. But yeah, right there, they put barges out in the bay, let the fireworks off. And
how do you get out to the barges?
No, you don't go out to the barges. They do. They let them off. You sit on the shoreline. People sit on the Coronado side. We sit on the other side. There's like 3 or 4 different places where there's barges, so you can go stay in those areas or whatever. And we get there. We're trying to debate because last time we went was a couple years ago. And we showed up late. We didn't realize what we were getting into.
Right.
And we had to park like in the third floor down in this parking garage and everything. And we're like, oh. And it took 2 hours to get out of that. This time we got there about 6:30, I think. 6:30, 6:45. Top level parking spot at the convention center, and then you have to walk, forever to get to an area. Went there and we just hung out, sat on the beach and everything, and waited 3 hours for fireworks to start.
Are you saying what time do they start them?
9:15.
9:15.
But then we got to see a preview one. Somebody else was laying them off, so in the distance you could see that first on the island, and then so you watched that one. Then you watched yours. And if you wanted to, you could drive like by SeaWorld, see theirs at 9:30. It was a whole thing. 15 minutes. 15 minutes of fireworks for all of that.
Right.
It was really good, though. They do a really good job there. Yep, and then yesterday got up, SeaWorld in the morning, and then we left at like 2. Or I think we left at 3 or so and just drove home. One day.
And now you need a vacation from your vacation.
I do. My body hurts. I'm so old. 16,000 steps on Saturday, Dale.
Really?
Yeah, and it wasn't like just straight steps, uphills, downhills, stairs. None of the elevators seemed to work in San Diego this weekend. Everywhere we went, they're like, elevators don't work.
Yeah. And I go sit back at the hotel.
Well, you wouldn't have walked the whole safari thing like we did either.
No. What's $100, Steve?
Times 3? That would be $300 now.
Well, Ethan's working. He can't spring for part of his.
I will say that. Both my kids were like, I'm like, I got you guys. Don't worry about it.
Oh, look at you.
I got you. Well, you got to make them think that you have a ton of money, Dale.
Look at you. Papa Steve.
It was so much fun. But it was a good trip. We had a lot of fun.
And no issues driving back? No engine problems? No.
I drove to Yuma, which I was tired, man, going through those mountains, and I was tired already. And then it was super windy. So, like, you'd be sitting there going down, that big mountain I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you'd be sitting there going down it, and all of a sudden, your car would be like, zoop. Yeah. What the heck? Big old gust of wind would just take you off the road.
And I'm always thinking, okay, so that affected my car. What about that big 18-wheeler up there?
You just don't get next to them.
No, or when you pass
when you do,
them,
you're going fast and fast.
Yeah.
Like there's a straightaway where you can get them fast. So I got through all that, and I got to Yuma, and then Ethan took over from there last night. So it was nice and easy. That was a trip. Buc-ee's, all the stuff over in San Diego. It was a good time. Good trip.
Good.
So today, and it was funny, I was telling you that to get home, and it was like, oh, thank God. Oh, U.S. Men's tonight, so we just got to stay home tonight. We'll just get pizza, make it easy, do laundry, all that stuff. Like, that's our excuse to not do anything tonight, because I'm not doing anything when we're done here, Dale. Just going home.
No, you deserve a nap, Steve. I mean, not on some of these normal days when you take a 2.5-hour nap, but today you can have a nap.
I told you, man. I remember that nerve issue I was telling you guys. I hit my head on the tree, and then I had like that nerve issue. It showed up bad yesterday. Back again today. It's weird.
Your head's all healed up.
Yeah, I know.
You're a quick healer.
Scab came off over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I had to wear a hat. Just sweating. It's sweat in my eyes on Saturdays. I had to put on my Cardinals hat. That's all sweaty on. And stuff like that.
You wore a Cardinal hat?
What other hat am I supposed to wear?
I don't know. Suns, your beloved D-backs.
Yeah.
USA.
The 500 D-backs.
USA soccer.
It was interesting, the amount of USA soccer jerseys you saw and stuff like that. Right. It was amazing. It was amazing. You saw a lot of Mexico ones as well, or especially yesterday, because of course they played.
Right.
Last night we got to watch that game while I listened to the first part while I was driving. To be fair. And then once Ethan took over, I was able to watch it. The rest of that was a fantastic game last night.
Yeah, Brooke and I watched a lot of that. I'm now probably up to watching 4 full games in about 3 sittings.
We didn't plan it, but like the kids were going on a ride yesterday, and it was like a 45-minute wait. I'm just watching the end of that Brazil game yesterday, sitting there. Me and all the other old people sitting there waiting for their kids to get off the rides. And just sitting there watching the Brazil game yesterday. It's fun. It's a good time. The World Cup's giving you some excitement this summer.
It certainly seems that way.
And I'm a big soccer guy. I watch Premier League. I watch MLS from time to time, not a ton, and stuff like that. I watch Premier League when it's not on at 5 in the morning. I'm more prone to those 9 a.m. games than I am the 5 a.m.
Right.
So I'm a really big guy on that and stuff. And it is 2 things are happening that are cracking me up. One, I don't remember a World Cup being this exciting. Now, is it because it's in America and we're watching them in real time, where we're not up at 3 in the morning to watch them? Is that why? But for some reason, every game's coming down to the wire. Every game is 0-0 until late. Like even yesterday, Brazil, Norway, it's 0-0, no problems. And all of a sudden it's 2-0. Norway. Like you blink. You literally blink and it's like, what the heck just happened? Same thing with the England game. You're sitting there at 0-0. All of a sudden, England's up 2-0. The guy scores in 2 minutes.
Yes. 2
goals in 2. And you're like, what? We literally were in and out in Yuma, Dale. And it was 0-0. We're sitting there and we finish eating. We walk out to the car, load it back up, 2-0. And I'm like, what? What just happened?
Well, see, my thinking is why is it so popular? One, for us, obviously it's always popular for the world. Yes. But for us, I think number one, it is over here in North America.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, the USA is still alive. The
USA, but why does that make the Brazil game?
Because I think you're just, again, think about it. I guess I'll just speak for me. I won't assume for you. But like when the Phoenix Suns are in the playoffs, the entire playoffs are more exciting.
You might be right.
But when the USA doesn't even make it to the knockout round.
I would get excited about these games regardless. It's just they're coming down to the wires, man. 90th minute goal. That Argentina Cape Verde game, I'm sorry. There's not been a game like that ever in the history of the World Cup. That was just amazing game. Did you watch that one on Friday night?
I did not watch that.
Oh my God. That was game of the year at that moment. It's probably been surpassed like 3 times. Underdog, little small island off of the coast of Africa, fighting the mighty Argentinians.
Did you look up where Cape Verde was?
I looked it up before the tournament.
Yeah.
Population of like Mesa, like 530,000.
Wow.
And they're hanging in there, taking Argentina to the, oh my gosh. Goals disallowed with no time left, like that Portugal one. Guy was offsides, and it's just like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening. Brazil getting knocked off by Norway yesterday, just unbelievable. I don't know what's happening. It's just amazing.
Well, wait, if you want to have some fun, you should come over to our house when Brooke and I watch the soccer game.
Going, what's happening?
And now she's asking me questions. I'm like,
I'll tell you. I'll explain it to you.
I don't know what's going on. Why are you asking me? You know I don't know soccer. I have figured out offsides.
Nobody's figured out offsides, Dale.
Well.
Okay, and there's the other side of it. The people, FIFA is a very corrupt organization, folks.
Oh, you're not going down this road.
They've been corrupt for 1,000 years, man. It's all about the money for them and all of that stuff. And like people are now like, oh, FIFA's corrupt. Yeah, we've known that for years.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, and I've seen that on Twitter. A lot of people really a little bit like me, although I'm not critical other than I can't stand somebody going down and crying, and then the replay shows they didn't even get hit.
Oh, damn. But I explained that to you and John on the podcast, on your John Sports podcast that he lets you be a part of, and you guys let me be a part of last week. I explained it to you guys. A lot of it is they're tired. They just want to rest a little bit, and they're trying to get advantage and stuff like that. You know.
Anyway, those things will kind of bother me a little bit, but
yeah, we'll all watch an NBA game later on,
right? But when you've got people like me, like if I go to Twitter and go, "Oh, soccer should change this," or "Soccer should," no, that's not my place.
The stoppage time. If they want Americans to get on board, well, guess what, folks? They don't want you on board,
and they don't care.
They're not changing if you don't care. That you don't know that there's 10 minutes left and you can't understand that. First of all, it's not that hard of it. Maybe I've been around it my whole life, Dale, but stoppage time is not the hardest concept to figure out, folks. When I was a kid, they didn't tell you what the stoppage time was. Now they plop up a plus 10. They actually have a clock that counts up to 10.
But that's not even accurate because in that game we were watching yesterday, England and
Well, you got to remember too, though, during the stoppage time there was a delay because the guy went down, so that adds to the stoppage.
Right,
time.
But they don't tell you how much that, and it's almost like.
But doesn't that add to the excitement because you don't know when the game? Like you're like, okay, this is Mexico's last chance to score, and they're doing it, and then it's corner kick. And the ref points the corner kick. It's like, all right, he's going to let him do it. Even though it says 10, he's going to let him kick it. They're going to get one more shot at this now. Doesn't that add to the excitement? And then they fail on that attempt. And then
it's almost like, and now I've heard a couple of announcers go, oh, yeah, the official will let him keep going if they're on a run.
If you have an advantage. They're not going to stop which is what they do in hockey. They play advantage and stuff. But basketball, right? You get fouled out at the three-point line, but you're going to the hoop. You get a chance to continue that play to make it.
That's different than different than ending the game.
Okay. Well, what's more exciting, Dale? They go down there and they get one more shot off that barely misses the goal.
Yeah.
Or if the ref just blew the whistle and stopped them while they're about to do it. Which is more exciting?
Depends on which side of the fence you're on.
Exactly. I think it adds to the excitement level, man. That Cape Verde game at the end where you just like, okay, they got one more. Last night with Mexico, you're like, all right, they got one more shot at this. And they're like, oh, my God, they're going to get another shot at this now. They're going to let it keep going to get another shot at it. I think it's phenomenal. I don't think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. And people are just, if they want Americans to like to settle down, Americans. For once, it's not about you.
But it is over here, so I think that is the excitement. And again, I think whenever the USA does good, as Brooke and I were talking about that yesterday, it's like I've come to the realization, a lot like John Holmberg, that you put USA on anything.
Of course.
I mean, I watch gymnastics once every 4 years. I watch swimming once every 4 years.
You're not out there at ASU swimming meets?
I watch the steeplechase once every 4 years because you plaster USA on the thing.
I don't disagree on that. It is more exciting. Like tonight, I'd be excited about tonight's game regardless, but because the U.S. is in it, you're more excited.
Yeah, and if they'd happen to win tonight, then this country's going to go absolutely bonkers.
We're going to lose our minds.
Yeah. Which is a great thing.
Oh, absolutely. On a world stage? Folks, the South Korean president came out and said, the South Korean manager who resigned because they didn't qualify, they didn't go as far as they thought they should. He resigned himself. They flew back early in the morning, got mobbed at the airport, trying to avoid that mob. Now the South Korean president came out and said he's going to start an investigation on how the guy got hired to where the guy has to leave the country now. It doesn't get better. Neymar Jr. retires yesterday, loses in the World Cup, never wins it for him. It does it. One of the greatest players to ever play. He has to do his retirement after a loss yesterday. and everything, and everybody's like mad at him because he wasn't able to produce a World Cup, and they lost to Norway yesterday. That Viking dude for Norway, the 7-foot guy, everybody's falling in love with this dude. Did you see the off-camera stuff where he's buying a cowboy hat
No.
and everything in Dallas? It's hilarious. Everybody's falling in love with this Viking dude out there. It's an amazing event. It's amazing sport. It brings you together. It's so much fun.
Well, and the other thing I'm going to tell you.
Just roll with it, Americans.
We don't need to get into a whole lot of politics, but it's been fascinating seeing some of these European fans come over and go, I hadn't heard good things about USA and this, that, and the other thing. It's like, it's fantastic over here. I love it.
I saw a German guy yesterday that they lost, and his trip was, and all of his friends and everybody were like, we're gonna go back to Germany, So they stayed like a few extra days, changed their plans. And this guy's like, I'm not leaving. He goes, I'm gonna explore a way how to move here and everything.
Right.
And he talked about why it was. It's because politics just shades everything. If you take politics out of it, this is a pretty fun place to live.
Oh
folks.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. And that's why another thing I think, other than Trump getting our guy back into play,
Ain't that awesome?
you take most politics out.
Yeah.
Sport.
But that's what people say. That's what people say, though. People say, "Oh, politics have no place in FIFA." Folks, politics is all over the World Cup. You don't see it as wordly as you did yesterday. Very political organization. They want money. You have to pay them off to get them to your sites. All of that stuff. The actual buildings that are doing them had to pay millions of dollars per building in order to get the World Cup to produce there and all that stuff, and the cities and everything. It's nothing but politics. So all the people going, politics and sports, yuck. I got news for you. It's all politics. You just don't like. And here's the other side of it, Dale. And we'll get into this here. We'll take a break and get into this. Okay. Our guy got a bad red. That was not a red card foul on our guy, Flo. That was just not a foul. It was ridiculous.
Right.
And FIFA's like, there's no mechanism to redo it. And Trump's like, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, there's not? We're going to hire lawyers, and we're going to challenge this. What people don't know, and I think it's coming to light now, because I was not on sports a lot this weekend. I was diddle-daddling on stuff. It was just nice not following the Diamondbacks for one weekend and hearing that bullshit from, excuse my language, from Tory and all of that garbage over the weekend. I'm telling you, folks, your life is so much better with the D-backs not in it. I'm just going to tell you right now.
The Padres?
Yeah. Well, they're out of town.
Yeah.
So we'd have to deal with their nonsense. But it was just amazing. But people don't know. They do this all the time with red cards and everything on the FIFA level. Some of the leagues don't do it and stuff like that. People don't know. Ronaldo got a 3-game suspension. The last friendly that they did leading into the World Cup, he got a red card. They suspended him for 3 games. I don't know. Last time I checked, Ronaldo played in Game 1 and Game 2 of the Portugal series, right? Yeah. Why did that happen, Dale? Did Trump make a call about him? Nope. FIFA, one thing you got to give FIFA credit for, they know where their bread and butter is, and they want their superstars out there.
Yeah. Well,
and they will bend the rules. I'll say bend the rules, but they'll find a rule to keep their superstars out.
And I think the other thing, and then we can go to break, is the fact that this VAR thing, that supposedly cannot be used for red cards.
Well, it can, but not in slow-mo. You have to look at it. So what they did for the American guy, and then, by the way, they did this yesterday for the Brit. That wasn't a red card foul on the British guy either yesterday. He got the ball first and everything. But what they're doing, I guess, is they're doing slow-mo things of it. So they're stopping it, freezing it, the VAR people, and then they're sending it to the official to where it looks bad. Because if you stop anything at a certain time, it looks bad. You can stop this video at some time, and you're going to think I'm doing something awkward and weird and stuff like that, And so it's but that's what kind of is cracking me up about this. I'm not surprised he's back in tonight because of the political influence, but it happens all the time at this level. And I'll even go a step farther because people are like, this was bad for soccer. No, it's not. This is great for soccer. This is great for soccer tonight that he's able to play. Belgium can be upset all they want. This is great tonight. Because if Belgium would have won tonight without him, everybody's going to go, well, Belgium beat an unmanned U.S. team.
Outmanned.
Outmanned. A worse team. You got the two teams going at it tonight. Two evenly matched teams tonight going at it. This is good. If Ronaldo would have missed the first two games because of a red card, it would have been disastrous for the world. It would have been absolutely horrible. But they found a way to get him in there. There's a reason why that's a reason why Neymar doesn't get fouls. There's a reason why Ronaldo doesn't get called for certain fouls. There's reasons Messi gets away with stuff nobody else does. They're not stupid. They know why you're tuning in. Come on back, folks. The main event. Ethan says, don't forget about my sunburnt striped legs. Yeah, oh my God. Ethan's got to learn how to put sunscreen on, Dale.
Oh,
this is
brother.
one of my favorite things. He's got literally non-sunburn, bright red sunburn, no sunburn, just going around his legs.
Well, as soon as you said that, I flashed back to maybe my first or second time at South Padre Island, one of my buddies. We're going out to the beach, and he's trying to put suntan lotion on. He goes, hey, just rub some of my middle lower back. I said, I am not touching your back.
That's why they came out with sprays.
I promise you. And that night, we're all in the house getting ready to go out or whatever, and he walks through the house, and you can literally see his handprint on how far he can get down with the suntan lotion.
Dude, that's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah, it was great to see. Autumn's daughter and her friend, just burnt red the next day, man, everywhere. And Ireland got a really bad sunburn a couple weeks ago, so she was like, "I'm not doing that again." So she was reapplying constantly,
right,
and everything. And Ethan's face got it a little bit as well, but. The problem is, it was just nice weather. The water, 60, high 60s. It was a little chilly when you first got in it, man.
Okay, so you guys got in the water?
I went about waist deep.
Is this the part where the Mexico sewage is back
no,
up?
No, we're farther north up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it just
we swam in the American sewage.
It just stops.
Yeah, the currents,
right there.
The currents don't allow it to come up.
That's what they say.
I only went waist deep at one point. That's because the wave caught me. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. No rashes yet. We'll see what comes out.
Yeah, I mean, they usually take 7 to 10 days.
With the ointments and everything. Yeah, it's fun. Autumn says, I want to get Dale the shirt that the Viking dude was wearing. It said, "Kiss my Dallas."
Oh, okay. They were playing in Dallas?
Yeah, they were playing in Dallas. So he went and got a cowboy hat made, and he's the guy with the long hair. You know what I'm talking about? He has a ponytail, and everybody abuses him because he's so tall. I did see him on the field on the pitch, one time, and he was talking to a guy. He goes, "Do you want my jersey?" And the guy's like, "What?" He goes, "Do you want you've been pulling on my jersey all game. After the game, do you want my jersey?" And I was just like, so great, man. It's just so great. Everybody's falling in love with that guy. But yeah, kiss my Dallas if you get it. If you get it there as well. But they're just buying in, man. It is an amazing thing.
Yes.
But the other thing is, you want to talk World Cup, right? Because you want to talk fairness. Oh, it's not fair the U.S. gets their player back and all this stuff. It's not fair for a team like England to have to go to Mexico City to play a game yesterday.
Yeah. Now, do you do that because they didn't think Mexico would make it that far, or
Isn't it weird? Canada didn't get to play in Canada the whole time, but Mexico didn't have to leave. They had to leave Mexico City. They didn't have to leave Mexico at all to play their games.
Okay.
Well, it's an unfair advantage, isn't it? I get it. I mean, U.S. doesn't have to leave the U.S. I get that side of it, but we're not as ravaged fans as they are down there.
Well, it'll be interesting to see in Seattle tonight. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty rabid.
I know. Gosh.
There can't be very many Belgium fans out there, can there?
Belgium's not that big of a country.
Okay.
Anyway, how big is Belgium, Dale? That's the question. Let's look that up real quick.
Yeah, I guess there.
Because Belgium's not that big of a place. It's a tiny country. I knew somebody when I was in high school that did was a foreign exchange student in Belgium.
Okay.
And like put your arms out and you're left to right in it basically there. Let's see here. It's probably bigger than I'm giving it. Population 11.88 million people for the whole country.
That's not little.
For the whole country.
Not like Cape Verde.
Well, no, that's the smallest nation in the tournament. They were at that, but I mean, compared to Germany, Netherlands, France, they're pretty small. Belgium. I mean, the next to Luxembourg, one of the burgs out there. But I mean, I got to say this. So I've told you guys all along. I think France is winning this thing. Even they struggled a little bit in their game. They ended up pulling away and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, Kobe, what'd you say? Oh, I'm sorry. He's giving us timing here. Probably I should listen.
Yeah, you probably should.
But England impressed me yesterday. England's a team that always comes out. They disappoint. They haven't won since the 50s, even though they have a lot of talent on that team. They come up here, and you're just always waiting for the English letdown. I expected it yesterday to a certain extent. But they played 47 minutes with 10 guys yesterday in a hostile environment.
Yeah.
And Mexico was just an onslaught. It was literally like watching a 5-on-4 hockey game where they were just hovering down in that England side of things. And they showed a toughness you don't expect from an England team. They showed a mental toughness along with a physical toughness you never expect to see from them. Now the question is, how do you come down from that emotion for your next game, right? But, hey, you're in the 8 now, right? So that's probably a natural deal. So I'm just going to say, France, I think, is winning this whole thing. Pay attention to England. This is not your mom and pop's English team.
Kane is their best player?
Henry Kane.
Yeah. And then who's France's best player?
Oh, you got Mbappe.
Mbappe. Okay.
Mbappe.
Boy, I watched him play.
The reason why I say Mbappe is a Modern Family reference, but nobody gets that.
No.
Okay. The dad, Al Bundy, goes and he has a neighbor moving in, and he's from Africa and he's moving in. And he goes. I remember his name now, but he goes. I'm I forget his name on that show. I'm forgetting his name on the show now, but he says whatever. And the guy introduces himself, and he goes, hey, I'm whatever his name is, by the way. And so he goes, oh, hey, his wife's, Spanish or whatever. So he goes, come here. This is, I don't want to pronounce it right, Mbadwe? And he goes, by the way. Because of the act. So I always say that about Mbappe. I always make that joke with them, and I forget people aren't in my head. They don't know.
No, nobody wants to be in that head of yours.
And I often forget people aren't in my head, so that people don't get what the joke I'm trying to say there. But that's my reference when I say Mbappe.
Yeah, what is his name now? Jay and Gloria.
Jay, that's right. That's his name on the show.
Is it Jay?
Yeah, I think so.
No, Jay's the dad of the younger kids. Jay.
I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never seen a whole episode of Modern Family. I've just seen the clips
okay.
of it.
I used to watch it.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I forget. I'm just because I'm not thinking about it. But I have to explain that joke because I'm going to say Mbappe a lot because of that joke, and in my head it's funny. Y'all aren't gonna get it because y'all aren't in my head. I have to explain it to everybody out there. But he's their best player. Yeah.
Okay.
We've seen him grow up before our eyes, man. He was 17, I think, in his first World Cup, a couple World Cups ago and everything. France is just an all-around solid team. That's why they're threatening. The way they play, it's the whole team that can. No, they've been in the final last 2 World Cups, by the way. They just haven't been able to get over the top. So is this the year they can do it?
He is Jay because it's Julie Bowen is Claire Dunphy.
Claire.
Ty Burrell is Phil Dunphy.
Phil.
Yeah, and then what is his name? Ed O'Neill is Jay Pritchett.
Jay, that's right, Jay. Yeah.
Yes,
I just call him Al.
Was he more famous for being Al?
Oh, to me it's Al, but for now it's Jay.
Yeah.
But for me it's always gonna be Al. Every time I see him, I'm like Al. I'm watching Wayne's World 2 and he has a cameo in that. And I'm like, Al Bundy.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's the shopkeeper. If you stab a man in the cold of winter, something like that. It's all dark. Is he selling donuts? So anyway, I don't think that, I'm not raking it up as a controversy that the U.S. gets their player back tonight. I'll put it this way. I think the pressure's on the U.S. tonight by getting him back. You better not go lose this game tonight now. But I think this could be. I'll put it this way. Now, Belgium was able to appeal it this morning, and they want FIFA to explain their decision. Right? Trump came out and said he asked them to review the red card. He said, he can't tell them to do anything. That's what Trump said. He said, so he asked them to review it, and they did. Belgium asked FIFA to explain the Belgium reversal in an appeal today. And I think this is a bigger distraction to me for the U.S. side than it is for the Belgian side. And we're going to see tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how they come out on it.
I'm just excited to see the crowd and the atmosphere and all that stuff. Up in Seattle, the 12s and all that. I would think it's going to be spectacular.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be amazing. And they're 2 evenly matched teams too. This isn't one you're going into where a team has a sizable advantage or anything to that effect. I think their ratings are through the roof. I think they're going to continue to be through the roof tonight as well. I think it's going to get even bigger the farther the U.S. goes.
Yeah, the longer the USA is around, the more interest the casuals like myself.
And it's a night game as well, so you're going to be able to, clear your schedule to watch it. You've been able to clear. That's the other thing. You've known about this game since they won last week.
Right.
So you're going to be sitting here ready, clear your schedule to get into this deal. So I think it's going to be fantastic tonight. U.S., I'll say this. I'm a little worried because getting a player back, and having to answer all these questions and everything, now you just plug them out there. You've been playing with them, so it's not like you have to do anything different. I don't know. Does the pressure ramp up a little bit for you when you get that player back?
I would think that if he had missed 4 games and all of a sudden, he's surprisingly reinstated.
For me, it's just a distraction level that you're kind of like, But at the same time, Belgium's really upset about this. Does this motivate them tonight to where they're like, let's go beat these guys? They cheated to get here. Let's see what happens. I also want to see Belgium lose just because I want to see the press conference afterwards. Is this what they blame it on? Are they going to do what the Canadian manager did after they lost? I'd rather be us than them. Really? You'd rather be the team that lost instead of the team that is continuing on? Really, Canada? That's really their stance? That guy was an idiot. And we lost 3-0, but I'd rather be us than them. Okay, moron. That just tells me your loser attitude up in Canada as well. I think so we got that tonight, but just looking ahead, noon today, you got, I think it's noon or 1, I forget, Portugal, Spain, because that's your next opponent for the winner of tonight's game as well. So you're going to want to pay attention to the noon game as well. We could have, I don't know if Portugal survives Spain. I think Spain will probably win tonight. But you could have a Ronaldo against the U.S. Coming up here. That'll be fun.
Let's get through tonight, Steve. Stop marching down the road.
Let's see that.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, the USA has gone further than most people expected.
Oh, absolutely. They were terrible leading up into this tournament. Absolutely. They were losing to like low tier teams.
And so what's in your mind, what's the biggest change?
I don't know. They woke up. I don't know. I can't answer that. It's an amazing thing.
Really?
I was so negative on this team coming into this tournament because of the way they played their friendlies and their warm-up matches and stuff to that effect, that I was like, they're not going to be in this very long. I don't. But it's a weird tournament. That's what I'm saying. Brazil getting knocked out by Norway doesn't happen, Dale. It does. Morocco, they were surprised last time, but them making it this far just doesn't happen. It's not expected to happen either. It's just there's so many unknowns in this tournament. England beating Mexico wouldn't have happened, in the past. England would have faltered in that game to get there. So I don't know. It's a weird tournament, and you're taking advantage of it. If I had to guess, it's one, it's matchups, but then two, it's also, I think it's got to be home field advantage. That's got to be in it. Mexico showed yesterday it doesn't get you to the final finish line, but it's got to give this team so much advantage, doesn't it? When they get out there, it kind of relax a little bit, affects the other team. The other team can't, yell on the field with how loud it. I saw an interview with Harry Kane yesterday after that game. He couldn't even talk. His voice was gone. He's trying to communicate on the pitch and everything. Right. It's like, what in the world? So I'm looking forward to tonight, man. This is going to be fun. America.
We've already got everything planned, got our meal, got the people coming over.
Oh, what time do we have to be there?
Well, Brooke said, well, you want to invite Steve and Autumn? And I said, well, they've been driving all weekend. They're tired.
I like how you gave my excuse for me.
They're tired. I can already hear Steve. I ain't driving all the way to Moon Valley.
We would have. We would have been there, and it wouldn't even have been a question. We would have been there, Dale. Now we're not going to be able to.
No, you're gonna take your nap till 4:45.
Probably. Yeah. Order a pizza and then come over after we eat the pizza. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably what's gonna happen. When we come back, so that's tonight, 5 p.m. I'm looking forward to it. Most of it's fun. I'm excited. I'll put it this way: it's a welcome distraction to what we're seeing on the baseball field. And I'm just telling you guys, I saw the Diamondbacks scores at the end. I paid attention a little bit to it. I feel like a new man not being waddled into that nonsense that they spew over there in Diamondbacks land. We'll talk about that coming up. Second hour main event next.
And Michael Bidwell, the Good Samaritan.
And we're back here, main event, Monday edition after the 4-day holiday for us. Of course, July 4th. Having some fun here, talking some World Cup, the weekend. Dale, you didn't say what you did this weekend.
You didn't ask. You didn't care. It's all about Steve and his family.
First of all, let's be clear about this. I don't care.
I know.
But for those that do, what'd you do?
Wow. We stayed here, Steve.
I saw some cute pictures with the grandbaby and
little Avery.
How was the weather this weekend?
It actually was fairly nice. We golfed on Friday. I think it only got to be 100, 101.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be cooler than normal.
Yeah,
the East Coast and the Midwest are getting pounded.
Yeah.
With our heat normally. And that's what happened to us in San Diego. It's just cooler than normal over there.
No, so that we did that. Moon Valley Country Club does their fireworks on Friday. So we went down there, watched that spectacular show. They do a really, really nice job.
They did fireworks?
Yeah. I mean, like a full, 20 minutes of fireworks.
Really? Yeah. So the whole thing, really?
Yeah. Really nice job. And hung out there, and Saturday went over to Hillary and Scott's house and swam and cooked out and hung out with the grandbabies.
Nice. See what happens when you stay around town on your 4th of July?
Yeah.
Instead of going.
Well, usually they're with us if we're out of town, but not with a 1 month old.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
From that. Yeah, no, this, because it was funny too, because we're sitting there in San Diego and we're sitting on this little hill waiting for fire to start. And I'm in pants. And I'm like, it's a little chilly out here.
You're in long pants?
I'm long pants.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little breeze. I was like, it's a little chilly here right now that the sun went down. And it was just kind of fun. I'm like, man, I remember those ones sitting in Tempe Town Lake.
Yeah.
You're there at 5 o'clock to get a spot, and you're just sweating to death. Yeah. Even when the fireworks are going off, you're just like, this is
ridiculous. It's gotten down to 98.
So it was nice to get out for that stuff as well. But hey, good. You had a good week. I saw the pictures on Facebook.
I got a pretty photogenic family.
I think it's
really. You're telling me that Brooke and
they're amazing. They're
Avery and Beckett.
I just keep trying to figure out why you keep having models fill in for your family and everything compared to you. I mean, they're so photogenic. Wow. It's not a negative thing. That says what they look like. They look like they should come in your wallet.
They got a lot of Dale Hellestrae.
Even Brooke?
Yeah. Thank God. I remember Hillary until she was about 3 or 4. She looked a lot like me, and I'm like, Lord, please don't do this to her.
And then it changed.
Yeah, it changed. Thanks.
She grew up.
Yeah.
Autumn says, don't forget, join us on Twitter, also at TME Sports Show. You can hit us up there. Text line 623-252-6670. And, of course, on the live chat here on YouTube also. Lively today. Autumn says, I'm quarter Belgian by blood, but I'm all American.
So is she going to have one of those half shirts on tonight or quarter shirts?
3/4.
So she wins either way.
Robert says, at least FIFA didn't do something stupid like putting all the games on Peacock. I did see that yesterday. I think Robert tweeted something out yesterday morning, and I think Ethan saw it. And I went, all the games are on Peacock today? They were all on Peacock yesterday. What the heck? I get it. I'm not. It's the world we live in now. But nothing like a holiday weekend, Dale, when everybody's at home and can pay attention to your sports.
Right.
And instead of making as many games as free as possible to garner up your sport, especially against the World Cup, leave it to Major League Baseball to put it all behind a paywall. Every game. Yeah. I know. I don't understand the marketing behind it, but good for you.
Baseball will baseball.
And part of me went, well, maybe Peacock's doing that free thing where they're showing them all the games for free so people will subscribe to Peacock. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I thought maybe they were doing that, but I doubt it. Ethan says, I think the U.S. team faked being bad before the World Cup game so people would not bet on them. That is that side of it. They were faking it, as some would say, Dale. The Americans that complain about the laying on the ground and rolling around crack me up. Because we just got done with the basketball season where we watched the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep.
Play basketball. I'm just going to let that float out there as well. Join the YouTube chat if you'd like. Really quick, Dale. Also, as soon as we're done here, by the way, everything goes up on demand on YouTube and on Rumble as well. Real Matrix is new this week. It was off last week for a new episode. I pulled it up this morning looking at some other things, and I saw people were watching The Real Matrix over the weekend. So
really?
Angry Patriot will be excited about that. You guys doing that as well. But new episode starting again this Friday. Took last week off. But the interesting thing is, your Arizona Rattlers have the unfortunate ability to play tonight in San Diego. What terrible timing for the IFL. Don't you try to change that game at some point? Like, guys, we need to change this. We need to change this game.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw Kevin Guy posted something that they were doing a road trip to San Diego. Coaches were in a van.
Did they drive over there?
Yeah, they drove over there.
Didn't even fly?
Yeah. See, I thought I'd get a call from you saying, "Hey, I'm not coming back till Tuesday."
Well, if it was over the weekend, I would have gone for the game. But Monday night, no, I got to get back. World Cup tonight, man.
You could have had your phone on the World Cup, and
I could have done this remote in the hotel room. You could have seen the Courtyard Marriott's
Wi-Fi system.
Yeah, exactly. Cutting in and out. But yeah, tonight, 7 p.m. from Front Wave Arena, and it's not even San Diego. It's like Carlsbad. It's way up north.
Okay.
It's not. They used to play right there by Old Town, in the Pangaguanaway. I can't pronounce the name of it. That arena.
Okay.
But they moved last year. They moved into this new building, signed a 3-year deal. But it's up north. I'm assuming they're trying to capture some of that southern LA market along with San Diego market.
Right.
But it's about 30, 40 minutes from downtown San Diego to get up to this arena. But they drove over, did they, yesterday?
Well, I saw the coaches. Yeah, I would imagine the players were in a bus.
Players weren't on a plane if the coaches weren't.
I doubt it.
We probably passed them yesterday.
They were on their way there yesterday, yeah.
Could have waved as they went by. But that's tonight's 7. Unfortunate timing for them. It's Yahoo Sports, so it's a free game tonight. If you want to pay.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, well, the ratings will be 0. They've been touting their ratings on Yahoo Sports all season long. Is this one they don't tout? Throw up the, just to remind you guys, Western Conference standings for the IFL here as well. Where we stand going into tonight's game with San Diego. Rattlers did clinch a playoff spot. Now, everybody has played except for the Rattlers in San Diego for this week as well. Here's the problem. They're going to be a 3 seed, most likely. They can still become a 4 seed. So no home game regardless if you're a 3 or a 4 seed. But and here's the problem you got though, Dale. Would you rather play San Diego or Vegas in the first round? Because they'll have the 2 home games.
Right.
That's a tough matchup for either way.
Is this their first matchup against San Diego
Second,
this year?
they beat them first game of the season at
Okay.
home by just a couple points. But it's a different San Diego team than it was the first game of the year. The Rattlers were the one of those 2 losses for San Diego. So tonight's a big game. But here's the other side of it. As of now, Vegas has the tiebreaker. So there's only 2 games left for Vegas. They'd have to lose both of those games.
And that'd still be a tiebreaker.
And it's still not a tiebreaker, and then you lose the tiebreaker.
Right.
So they're going to be the 3 seed. They play Tucson next week at home. That's their final home game. So tonight's important because it takes the pressure off of next week's game against Tucson if you can win tonight.
Yeah, because if they lose, you see they'll be 8 and 6, and
So Tucson could get that 3
Yeah.
seed if next week, or with the next 2 weeks coming up here. The other thing is San Diego is still playing for that number 1 seed over Vegas. So it's not like San Diego tonight's going to be like, we can mail it in.
right.
They're going to be playing for a win because they're trying to get that 1 seed, of course, and get home field throughout the whole game. So that's important tonight, and I just wanted to point out terrible timing for game time.
Well, won't this U.S. soccer game be almost over when it
almost
starts?
over. Well, it depends how much stoppage time
Yeah,
it is, Dale. You walked right into that.
Yeah.
No, you're right, because that starts at 5. So it's 90 minutes after 5. Just kidding.
Well, it should be over by 7 then.
Depends on the stoppage time.
Well, even if they
close.
get 20 minutes.
Then you have to come off the high of it and everything and celebrate. Because when did the U.S. play last? Thursday night? Was that Thursday? They played Thursday, right?
No, it had to be Wednesday.
Oh, maybe it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was Wednesday, but we were off air and we weren't coming back.
Right.
And it was funny, too, because I think, I I was doing something. Oh, no, yeah, it was Wednesday night because Ireland had her appointment at 5. So I had to watch the beginning of it there and then watch the rest of it at home or whatever. Was just having fun with that victory or whatever. And Autumn, texted me, to get ready for Thursday. And I'm like, yeah, I'll call you in a bit. And I called like an hour later, hour and a half later. And I'm like, sorry, I was celebrating the U.S. win. The last hour. That's the thing. I'll be dealing with that tonight, that side. So there we go, folks. Rattlers do play tonight. But, Dale, your sponsor over at KUPD, I don't know, if they're still your sponsor. They're not paying their bills from what I've heard.
Well, I know there's money in my account, so that's all that matters.
That's all that comes through to you.
Yeah.
The Arizona Juggernauts, who's the the football league, I hate to call it the indoor football league because that's obviously what the Rattlers league that they play in, but their league, which is indoor football, over at Mullet, they've apparently played their last home game at Mullet this season. I had actually heard a couple weeks ago, the second half of the season, 3 weeks ago, they're an international league as well. They have only one international team was continuing the season. The other ones were shutting down.
Okay.
And then I've heard that the Juggernauts have missed a few payments around town.
Oh, that kind of brings back memories.
Yeah. Something about that arena, I guess, right? The Arizona Juggernauts have officially played their last home game at Mullet Arena this season. They're supposed to have one more against Las Vegas coming up, but that's been canceled. Yeah. They were able to scrape through this far in the season, but Dale, another shocker. Another league. The AFL, Arena Football League, tried to make a comeback and failed.
Right.
What a shocker. They're just not surviving.
You can't have 3 and 4 different indoor football leagues. All basically doing the same
They even
thing.
tried the AF2 back in the day, which was like the feeder league to the AFL.
Mm-hmm.
If you're good enough in the AF2, you can come up to the AFL. So a lot of it is you have now the Juggernauts, from what I understand, had a really good team in that league. So it's kind of interesting to see. But I know somebody that went to these games because it was at the Mullet. And I go, what was the crowd like? I think crowd, me and you, we all got a section.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And things to that effect. But yeah, so I don't know. Just pointing out, if you're planning on going, too late.
Too late, you missed out.
Yeah. If you bought merch, sorry about that.
That will become collector's item.
Yeah. Like my, what was that? The United Nut Football League or whatever that was. The one you did.
Arizona Hot Shots.
Yeah, that one. Like that hat I got somewhere around my house. It's gonna be a collector's item.
Yeah.
Someday.
It'll be worth some money.
Hey, interesting thing in golf over the weekend, Dale. Did you watch any of the tournament over the weekend?
I did watch quite a bit because a familiar name was surging.
Your buddy gets involved in friend of the family, and all of a sudden you pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention, a heck of a round for Max Homa.
Max Homa played his highest finish in 3.5 years, I think.
Yeah. I think it was 3 years.
And so it's been a long time coming, and boy. It's amazing because Brooke and I were watching a little bit of that yesterday, and because she knows Max too, and it's like you're here one day and then the next year you're gone.
Yeah, and yet they're fighting your way back, carrying your own bag at times.
Yes, and it can happen so quick. These guys who are around on the PGA Tour for 10, 15 years, it's pretty special.
Well, it puts you in a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Because most guys don't do it. It's kind of like the NFL, right? You got your superstars, you got your Tom Brady's, you got your Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Then you got all these guys that every 2 to 3 years you're learning new names in a lot of these positions. Sometimes you don't even go that long. But the other thing that's interesting, he played excellent over the way. I think he's getting ready to make a run again, to make another run at this. I'm gonna dare I say this because I like the way he's been playing lately. Max Homa is who I'm talking about. I'm going to put him as who was the Texas golfer that came out, flash in the pan, dominated for a long time, disappeared for a while, came back for a little bit, and now he's just stable on the course. I just forgot his name.
Scotty Scheffler?
No. Everybody was in love with it. I just forgot. I had his mind in my. But I think he's going to be that way. No, holy crap, Dale.
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
I'll think of it here. I just had it in my head, and I completely I completely forgot while I was talking. But I do think Max Homa is getting on that side to where he's going to become, a PGA Tour player and not have to work he's going to have to still work as hard, but he's not going to have to do all of the stuff he's doing now to play in all these tournaments. He's just going to become a staple on the tournament over time. Every once in a while, make his name known and step up into a tournament. But I think that's where Max Homa's headed towards coming up here. Jordan Spieth is who I was thinking.
Yes. Well, I think
I knew his name was a J. I was like, I know it's a J. I couldn't think of it. But Spieth, flash in the pan. Every tournament he was kind of in it for a little bit, about a year or so, year and a half.
He probably had about 3 good years.
Disappeared completely, had to work his way back. And now he's just a guy out on the court. Every once in a while you talk about him, but he's just out there playing golf.
Kind of a middle-of-the-pack guy.
I think that's going to be Max Homa coming up. I just feel like he's worked his way back into it where he's going to get back to that point.
Well, what was fascinating to me, I was watching it for Max, and I was watching for this Ben Coles kid.
Oh.
This is his 10th straight week of playing.
Yeah.
And everybody goes, well, golf. Come on, it's golf? You're hitting a golf ball. But
I know, I do that for fun.
Just so you know what a professional golfer does, I mean, first of all, you got to get yourself to whatever city the tournament is in. For 10 straight weeks, he played a couple on the Corn Ferry.
And you don't show up on a Friday and play for 3 days. You're there Tuesday.
You show up on Monday.
You hope you're there.
There'll be a pro-am, practice round. You're walking everywhere. And then if you make the cut, you're playing 4 18-hole rounds over the weekend. They're 5.5, 6 hours. And yet he played 10 weeks in a row. He was right on that bubble. And he had a great chance to get into a playoff. Bogeys number 18.
Hit it in the water, Dale.
You can't go left, Steve. You can't go left.
That's the problem, is he tanked it in the water. I read what had happened, so I went back and watched it and everything. And even though I knew what had happened when it went in that water, I went,
yeah.
Terrible, poor guy.
Yeah.
It was just you felt bad for him there. But the bigger news here, the guy that won the Waste Management Open, Gotterup's having us here.
Yeah.
I think I said it a few weeks ago. We are seeing a surgence of young, unknown players making a surge on our future superstars on the PGA Tour are starting to make themselves known on the PGA Tour this year. And I find it fascinating. Like guys like Gotterup, who you're not going to put up there as a superstar.
No.
But he's won 3 tournaments this year. Now, they're not going to become, a lot of them aren't going to become superstars, but what I'm saying is they're going to become name guys on the tour where you're going to be able to pay attention to them. When they come to your town, you're going to want to watch them. Gotterup's one of them. We have several other guys coming up that are that way. It's fun. It's fun to watch. We're seeing it in NASCAR where some of the older guys are retiring and getting out of the sport, and the younger guys are coming into it and making their waves. We see it in the NFL every few years, right? These young teams, like the Patriots last year, stepping up on the old veteran teams and stuff to that effect. I think it's fun when that happens.
Right.
Get the stodgy. I like watching Mac. I like watching Rory. I like watching DeChambeau and those guys when they play on the tour. I like watching those guys. But, man, it's fun watching these unknown young guys. Now, the majors, I want to see the best of the best win those.
Mm-hmm.
But for these tournaments, I think it's fun watching guys like Gotterup get up the cold, like you said. In this 18, Max Homa making a run in this. I like that in golf. And you haven't seen that the last several years, and you're seeing it a lot now.
Well, Chris Gotterup shoots 62 yesterday, final round.
I saw Max Homa afterwards go, I was just trying to put pressure on him to see if he'd make a mistake. He just never made one.
Yeah.
Nothing I could do. I play the best I can play.
Yes. Max Homa shot 64, won $1 million. So it's not a wasted week.
Yeah, no, I know. His wife's happy.
Not a wasted week. So,
I think you can make. There are guys on the PGA Tour that have never won a PGA tournament that are multimillionaires. They live a comfortable life. Just having it hot through the tournament with no wins at all from that side. So it's going to be fun. But I wanted to mention that. Gotterup. I know when he won the Waste Management, I was like, who?
Well, I know we have not talked about it a lot, and we'll get into it on a day where there's
we got
no
the All-Star
news.
break coming up, Dale. We have some skim pickings coming up.
So we'll have time to talk about it. But the PGA Tour changes the way they go about their tour cards and all that. A lot of controversy.
It broke while you were on vacation, so I kind of like hit the highlights there and everything.
Yeah.
But we should do a better breakdown on that and how it's changing. Well, I mean, Waste Management better pony up some money.
Yeah, and the talk about the signature events and a lot of changes. I don't know what to think of them. It seems like it's mixed reviews. So we'll get into that on another slow business day.
No, it's going to change a lot of things coming up here as well. So, okay, breaking news. Oh no, here we go. Okay.
Well, hold on. Is it breaking news or is it not breaking news?
Oh, it's breaking news.
Okay.
No, I had the time right. So you're right. No, it's breaking news that Dale might be right, folks. Maybe. So I said 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. in San Diego is when this game is kicking off for the Rattlers game.
Right.
So I just assumed it was that time all along. No, Dale, it was originally scheduled for 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. They moved the game an hour later so the World Cup game would end, and then you could tune over and watch Yahoo Sports for the Rattlers game night. So they did move the game late. Usually you hear them about moving games up to avoid a conflict.
Right.
But they're moving this game back. They moved it back to 7 p.m. now in order to do that. So that's an interesting little fact there. Ethan gave us that little nugget here.
Look at Ethan earning his keep back there.
I know. Look at him go. So the time is 7, but they did move it back to 7 from 6.
Used to be at 6,
yeah. That's fascinating. You move around this U.S. game. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yes.
No, but I think if the NFL played tonight, they would have a lesser audience tonight.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Monday Night Football.
They'd still have a ton of people. They would still have a ton of people watching the NFL game, but it would be a lesser audience because of the eyeballs splitting.
Yeah.
I'll say this, man. It just everywhere in Southern California, the game was on, a place was packed. If it had it on, people were in there. So I don't understand. If you didn't have TVs in your establishment and you didn't have it on the World Cup, you were missing people just flocking in your place to watch it. And you're stupid. It's stupid at all. It's stupid how you deal with it. As well, sorry, I was catching up on some other breaking news out there. Dale, tell me what happened with the Diamondbacks.
No.
2 out of 3.
No. Before we go there.
You want to talk about the Suns signing a two-way player?
Before we go there, come on, Steve. We need to devote the right amount of time to your guy. You haven't given him any love in probably 5 years. But are you going to at least pat Mr. Michael Bidwell on the back for the kindness that he has shown to a bride-to-be?
No.
Why?
Okay.
Why? He didn't have to do that.
He also didn't have to make it public. He could have just did it behind the scenes like his dad would have done.
She made it public.
Yeah. And what you do is you respond to it and you give her the sweet and you just be quiet about it.
Well, he needed to make sure that she knew that it wasn't for Mike LaFleur. It was for him.
Okay. In all seriousness, before I have fun with this, before I rip it apart, in all seriousness, grand gesture by Michael. Absolutely.
Yes.
You give it to them. You don't need that suite. If you don't know, NFL hotels that host, I used to work at one when I was in college. Cowboys would come through. You basically, until the schedule comes out, you just have dates held, and you can't book anything because teams will book a lot of stuff.
Right.
They're required. Owners get certain benefits for free, things like that. Like Jerry Jones always would get a suite for free, and all of this stuff would happen. So I get that. And she booked her wedding. First of all, lady, it's the fall. You don't realize that NFL plays on Sundays? First of all, you don't realize that?
Well, maybe they're college football fans.
Doesn't matter, Dale. You know the NFL plays. Half of the people going to your stupid wedding, they'll go to your second one too, when you have a second one.
Wow!
But half of the people are going to want to be watching the Giants play the Cardinals that day. I'm just throwing it out there. And it is how selfish of you as a bride are you that you book your wedding on a football Sunday, first of all, lady.
Well,
first of all.
let me tell you real quick. The reason I have a feeling that somebody in the McCollum family who has to pay for somebody's wedding
It's going to be
going to be pushing for Sunday night, Monday night, because Friday, Saturday are
it's going to be cheaper.
More expensive.
It's going to be cheaper. Cheaper.
So when that day comes, I hope I'm still around.
It'll be like, what national event is happening on what day?
The McCollum's daughter's getting married on a Monday?
That's the national championship night for college football. Yes, it is. 50% off. Yeah. Okay. Now I've caused problems here.
Yeah.
I've caused problems. Autumn said on the chat, so Ethan texted me. On the chat, Autumn said they moved the Rattlers game back 1 hour later so it didn't interfere with the USA game. So I gave Ethan credit. Now I'm in trouble. And then my favorite part is Robert goes, not an expert, but I don't think that was Ethan. I saw Ethan's text before I pulled up the YouTube chat. So I saw it from Ethan first. Good job, Autumn. Way to stay on top of it also.
I also like the way you're looking at me like that.
Yeah, where were you at to bail me out on this? We're putting the chat back up on that TV. You complained about it that one day, and we're going to put it back up here so we can be saved from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the McCollum wedding is going to be on a Tuesday afternoon.
So, I mean, Michael Bidwell did the right thing.
Yes.
Congratulations. And I'm being serious here. He finally did it. But, Dale, it just irks me to all God's end. And how he made it about him. And everybody's praising him. First of all, he had to make it clear that it wasn't LaFleur giving up the suite.
Yeah, that's a little
It was the owner of the Cardinals, which happens to be me. It bothers me, man. And not because it's Michael Bidwell and it bothers me anyway. It just, you could have just given it back to him. You could have contacted him privately. You could have had Mark Dalton put a statement out, the suite, we were more than happy to give the suite back, but we had to do a video. Let everybody know that you're the owner of the Cardinals.
I think it was
the suite
cute.
wasn't for the head coach. That stuff bothers me.
I think it was cute.
It's not because it's Michael Bidwell. It bothers me if anybody does that. Just do it privately. You don't need to be a stoic.
He could have said, hey, I'll use half the suite, you use the other half of the suite.
He could have paid for half the wedding if you wanted to be really cute about it. Not only am I going to give this suite up to you, I'm going to pay for it.
Well, maybe he's doing that.
Okay. Oh, but you're not going to announce
that? No, maybe he's not.
But you're going to announce that you're the owner of the Cardinals?
But he's not giving. Maybe he's not going to
this suite thing is complicated. It's complicated because it's not for LaFleur. He's a dweeb in my organization. He doesn't get a big giant presidential suite at the top of the high-rise tower in Manhattan. No, my head coaches are down on the bottom floor where they belong, well below me. But the suite is made here for the owner of the Arizona Cardinals, which I don't know if you know or not, is me. It just bothers me when people do that. You could have just put a statement out saying, we're more than happy to give up our suite, and I'm more than happy to take care of that suite cost for them. Something to that effect, and just been happy about it, done it, solved it. Look, I'll say this, you got a lot of pub from everybody by doing the video.
Oh yeah, a lot of goodwill.
When you make it about yourself, Dale, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. It's not, and I was thinking about it, I'm like, does this just bother me because it's Bidwell? I don't like it when a lot of people do that stuff. He could have said, he didn't have to say, oh, that suite wasn't for LaFleur, it's for me, the owner of the Cardinals, which is me. He could have said, you know what, that suite is reserved for us. For our contract and negotiations, we'll be more than happy to unload it to you. Why did he have to make it about himself?
He could have put it in the words of it, that's, yes, it is reserved for the Cardinals. As the owner of the Cardinals, I have control over those things.
Yeah.
So
you could have phrased it that way. Yeah, but made it.
He said, I looked into it.
Yeah.
The situation is a little complicated.
Yeah,
it's a little complicated.
It's not complicated at all.
But in return, Steve, she said she'll give Michael her eternal gratitude,
Great.
the satisfaction of making her year, and an open invitation to stop by her wedding venue after the game for a celebratory drink, or several, if they have to find themselves across the street.
First of all, no, the team gets out of town immediately because
Yes.
the owners don't want to pay for hotel rooms.
Yes.
So they'll get him out of there quickly. But that's a great response by her. No, he did a great job giving up the suite. It's just at the same time, it just rubs me the wrong way when you make it about yourself.
I think this is a precursor to an unbelievable.
Well,
season
I'll say this, Dale. I mean, it's nice to see he treats some person that he gets no benefit from in New York better than he treats his fans that pay him a lot of money. So that's good. That's good to see.
Somehow Steve's going to turn this into a negative. He treats you with white gloved hands,
No,
Steve.
Pretty much tells me to F off.
He makes sure that
I'm taking all this stuff away from you. You can pay, you can't. Get out of here. I don't care about you. I don't give a crap about you. Oh, fan. Oh, you've had tickets for 30 years in this section? Get out of here, because we got to have half-sold suites down here for $200,000 a game.
Imagine if this wedding's called off. Does Bidwell get his suite back?
No, he did a fantastic thing. I'll give him credit for that. I just thought the video was ridiculous.
I liked it.
I mean, just saying. He could have had LaFleur be like, it could have made a joke, and LaFleur could have been on camera and been like, "Hey, we got your message, and it's cute. You think this suite is for me, but I've got an owner who loves these types of suites and things like that. And
he's paying for our room block.
And I work for him. So I'm going to pass you off to the owner of the Cardinal, my boss of the Cardinals. You could have made a joke about it or something. But instead, you got to be like, it's complicated. Now LaFleur, she doesn't get this suite. No. He's got to double down a couple floors from here. He's sharing with 2 coaches. I mean, sarcastic on that part, but he made it about himself, and that does bother me. I'm not going to tell people how to spend their money, but give the suite back to her. And if you're really that enthusiastic about her wedding and stuff like that, help her out. Those things aren't cheap in New York, man. Just saying.
Why don't you start a GoFundMe for her? Pay for that suite.
She didn't email me to asking me for my suite. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh boy, you can take the best tasting banana cream pie and make it taste horrendous.
Still, he had to go on video to let the world know that he's the owner of the Arizona Cardinals and the suite's for him.
That was sent to her. I don't think that was public, was it?
It sure did get public, didn't it? I don't know. I saw Schefter and everybody run with it. Am I being too negative on this, guys? He totally made it about himself. I don't get it. That's why I don't want to talk about it, Dale. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. I look at it. It's not for LaFleur. It's for the owner of the Cardinals, which happens to be me. Who talks like that? Who, Dale?
You're the owner of your favorite team.
All that to not talk about the Diamondbacks, huh?
Well, we're going to take a break. I'd rather talk about Mitchell Robinson and how he hurt his hand before the playoffs.
Who's Mitchell Robinson?
Guy played for the Knicks, their big center.
He just signed a contract to go someplace else? You mean it's not the way they said it was? Ooh, come on back, folks. Dale's got the dirts. Main event. back here. Main events. A couple things happened since we were gone as well.
Yeah.
Sun signed guard Pat Spencer to a 2-way contract.
There we go.
Championship on our way.
There
In all seriousness, Dale, it goes to my bigger point I made last week. The Suns did what we're not used to around here. They said these are the guys we want, and they went and got them. We don't see that a lot. We're used to like the Cardinals where, free agency started. We got to wait till the second tier guys, come available and stuff to that effect. The Suns have targeted their guys, and they've went and got them. Whether they're successful on all of them, we don't know yet, right? But they have a roster. Their 15 is full. Now they got 2 spots now for a 2-way contract as well. But I like what this Suns team is doing in terms of the roster reconstruction, but also just the fact that they're going after what they want. And you got to give them credit for that. I like it. Those Suns.
Yeah, they're still talking about Miles Turner.
Dale, I got 2 important texts here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you Miles Bridges, you mean?
Yeah, Miles Bridges.
Oh, are people still talking about that?
Yeah.
Upset?
I think the upsetness has died down, but still a little bit of negative conversation.
Once the season starts, they're going to love him.
Yes.
Two things I got here on text that seem to be very important.
Okay.
The first one, it's Miranda Hale from Amazon's remote recruiting team, asking if after reviewing my background, they think I would be an ideal candidate for a remote, flexible position with Amazon.
Okay.
So Adele, finish up the show. I was
gonna say you can do that.
On Amazon here.
You can do that while you're doing the show. Much as you pay attention to what I say.
It just popped through on my phone, and I'm just like, seriously, Miranda.
Come on, Miranda.
That's her name. Her name's something, and she's from India. Hey, it's $5,000, and you can have a job at Amazon.
Oh goodness. Give me your social security number, Steve.
Like, why is that in my phone? What is happening here? But I just like what the Suns have done.
You said there were 2.
Oh, she texted me twice.
Oh,
I thought it was 2 different job offers.
You really want?
I bet you guys didn't get 2 job offers this morning on your phone like I did. But I like what the Suns are doing. I don't like what the Diamondbacks are doing. Now, to be fair, I think I saw 2 highlights from this weekend. Maybe 2. The last 2 out of 3 I saw.
Well, I guess first start with the good news, Steve. The Diamondbacks do have 2 All-Stars.
Yep. Which I was reading on Thursday while we were driving out of town, because I think Erod deserved an All-Star nod.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to get one, because there's also really good pitchers in front of him.
Yes.
But then I started seeing, on Thursday when I was driving out of town, I started seeing who was lined up to pitch on Thursday and Friday. And I'm like, this week coming up. And I'm like, those guys aren't going to be able to pitch at the All-Star game, which takes out a couple big guys. Right. So I was like, oh, Erod probably can get in there. He did. So that's awesome news for him. Of course, he deserves it with the way he's pitched this year. One of the most disappointing things around baseball that I always say is just simply, Randy Johnson had to deal with this, toward his end of his career here. You see it a lot with Paul Skeens. Yeah, I hate it when you see a pitcher have the pitch just go out there and continually get 1 or 2 runs given up and can't get wins.
Right.
And more importantly, not just that they get a no decision, they even get losses racked up onto them.
Right.
Because your team can't hit. I hate that. If I was a pitcher, I'd just be like, come on, guys. How hard is this? Come on. I did my job.
Is that what you say, just like that?
Come on, guys. I in the locker room. I get on the stool and stand up on it. So Erod did a good game yesterday. I did go back and watch some of those highlights yesterday because I was curious. I was reading online some people saying like, oh, he's not pitching well today and stuff to that effect. I mean, was it a dominant Erod thing? No. But
yeah, but if you don't have your best stuff and you still only give up 2 runs through 6 innings.
Yeah. He's got a 2.25 ERA.
Yeah.
It's way better than the 5 and 6 that we got from a couple other guys on this team. I did see Kelly had a good comeback game. Was that Saturday?
Yeah, they got one win against the vaunted Milwaukee Brewers.
So Diamondbacks, have they improved against teams above 500 while I was gone, Dale?
Doesn't look that way, Steve. Does not look that way. It's now they're 4 games out of the wild card.
Yeah, throw up the wild card standings, the NL wild card standings, if you will.
And basically 4 teams ahead of them
now. Yeah, but they're basically, they're even with the Padres, which they have a 4-game series against the Padres here. You can put now. Every year you go to San Diego in the summer because they've been good the last several years. Padres stuff everywhere. Padres gear everywhere. Everybody's talking about the Padres. Nothing this year with them. And now new ownership and stuff, incomparable to previous years and things like that out there. But look, you're tied with the Padres here, 44 and 45. It's a big series for both of these teams to stay alive in the wild card standings. Because if somebody gets swept or somebody loses 3 of these games, you're going to make it very hard. That doesn't matter. There's still plenty of baseball left. But you're putting yourself on the outside looking in. Mainly because the question mark with the Padres is trade deadline's in August this year. It's what, August 6th or something? August 3rd, August 6th?
August 3rd, I think.
But you new owners, you don't know if the new owners are going to want to unload payroll and stuff to that effect if they don't keep playing. So this is a big series, 4-game series coming up against the Padres. Now, the downside of it is who you got going this weekend on top of it, that you're looking at here. So you got San Diego starting tonight at San Diego, 6:40 p.m. Walker Buehler, did he get hurt? Did he get hurt again? Obviously not. Who am I thinking of? Oh, Woodruff got hurt for Milwaukee this weekend, right? Yeah. Whatever game that was, Friday, I think. So Walker Buehler, Brendan Pfaadt tonight. You need a good outing from Pfaadt, which I think you'll get. But Walker Buehler's not somebody you can mess around with. He will pitch well tonight as well. Zach Gallen goes tomorrow night against undecided. So maybe Zach Gallen has a chance, Dale, if the Padres don't put anybody on the mound.
A T. Diamondbacks still probably can't score more than 2 runs.
It's just, I saw after Zach Gallen's last outing, I saw Torrey's comments afterwards. I heard Derek Hall's comments over the weekend. I don't remember what day it was. And my question for you, Dale, you were in an NFL locker room. I know it's a different sport. But when a guy's struggling, and everybody knows he's struggling, and a lengthy's struggling as well. For you, I'm going to say place kicker, but it could just be as simple as a receiver can't catch a ball all of a sudden, right? They drop easy passes. It's stopping things. It's very frustrating. That could tear a locker room apart, right? If they just keep going to him and going to him and going to him.
Yes, they can. Now, again, I've never spent time in a baseball locker room.
I know it's a different.
A game that you play every day, basically.
But he only goes every 5 days.
Yeah.
So that's the other side of it.
And I did hear that, Torey Lovello backing him. And
Derek Hall flat out said, we know the pitcher. Really, because his last 2 years, he's been a terrible pitcher.
Right.
I don't get, like they're trying to convince themselves he's their guy. But
he's got a 6.36 ERA. He's sitting there at 3-8.
He had four good innings last outing before he fell apart. It's just, and he pitches tomorrow. I'm just curious if you're in that locker room. It's the whole. I know people are gonna get mad at you. It's the whole Ketel Marte situation where Ketel Marte can be lackadaisical at times and stuff like that. And you got all these young kids playing hard. Like, could that tear the locker room apart and things to that? But I'm sorry, you keep saying it's almost like tomorrow. If you're a baseball player, you're gonna go out to the field or you're gonna go up to hit, and you're gonna go. It ain't gonna matter. We're gonna be down by 6 runs at some point here. Why are we even trying today? Let's save ourselves for the next outing. So I don't know. You tell me. You've been in I know you haven't been in a baseball locker room. Obviously, you played football, but to me, it's just I could see it being frustrating in the locker room where you just know you have no chance going out there that day, or maybe you go out there and think you have a chance, but then you give up 3 runs. You're down 3-0 in the first inning. And you're like, all right.
Well, to me, it's fascinating because was golfing with my nephew yesterday, and he played small college baseball. Played obviously through high school and all that, and then small college baseball. And I've always looked at it as no matter what's going on team-wise in baseball, if you're a hitter, you still have your batting average, still have home runs.
You still have prideful stuff to do.
That you can do no matter what your team's doing around you. Whereas if you're the right guard, the only stat you have is if you win or not.
Yeah. So and how many sacks you give up?
And he said no, because locker rooms. He was telling me about a story. One of his teams, they were ranked early in the season. Pitchers couldn't get anybody out. All of a sudden, batters and pitchers started arguing.
That's what you separate. Offense, defense battles like you hear in football where defense plays really well, but the offense can't go score. Then the defense hates the offense and wants to beat them up and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's got to happen just naturally.
Right.
Well, even then, like Erod, that's why I was like kind of joking around a little bit leading into this question. Was Erod's got to go in that locker room and be like, really, guys, this is the day you guys decide not to hit. When I pitch again, I gave up 2 runs.
Right.
And you guys can't put more across the line there. It just, you can see it happening, especially when it's repeated. Guy has a bad outing, a guy has a couple bad starts. Especially in baseball, everybody slumps. You know it's coming. We're in year 2 of this, and it's kind of worse.
Right.
And he's going to run around. And then you hear all the coach to Hall, which tells me it goes up to the ownership. It's one thing for Hazen and Torrey to keep backing him. When Derek Hall comes out and backs him, that tells you it goes up to ownership. That's not good.
I can see why you would say certain things publicly. I wonder what's going on behind the scenes.
But
have they given them an ultimatum? And
I agree with you with Torrey and Hazen. They're going to say stuff differently publicly. But Derek Hall doesn't even wade into it. Hey, we leave that up to our GM.
Right.
Our GM. And we expect our pitchers to go out there and do this type of outing. This is what we pay them for. This is what we're here for. You could phrase it that way as from the ownership group, which Derek Hall is. But he flat out said, I back him. We back him 100%. We still back him. We know what kind of pitcher he can be. That's coming down. That tells me it's coming down from the ownership of Zach Gallen's your guy. You guys got to figure this out.
Right.
And I'm tired of watching it. That's tomorrow. So tomorrow.
Well, think of this, Steve. So the All-Star break, last game for All-Star break, this coming Sunday.
Yeah.
The day after my birthday, which is Saturday, July 11th. In case anybody wants to send the address to the office, we want to send.
That is self-established address, and well, Dale will return his signed whatever to you.
Yeah. No, I want gifts, Steve. I want money. I want gifts. But they play.
Made it about you.
But they play San Diego for 4, and then the Dodgers for 3.
Yep. You know what I'm going to ask you? What's their record after this?
Well, I can see anything from 1-6 to 3-4. I don't think 3-4, 4-3 would be fantastic road trip.
Padres are 2-8 in their last 10.
Yeah,
the Padres are not good right now. They're not good. Let's make no bones about it. You're not playing a team above 500, so you're not going to improve that 14-33 record against teams above 500, at least in Game 1 or Game 2. If the Padres win those, then we'll be talking. Oh no, you have to go to game. You have to win 3 of these in order for you to play a team in 500 in Game 4. So you're not even facing that stuff. But the Padres aren't good. You should be able to go out there and play well with the Padres. They're a dangerous team. Don't get me wrong. You get to their closer, you pretty much have no chance at that point. You got to have to lead it there and stuff. So these are winnable games. The Dodgers, though, the Dodgers going to be half that team's going to the All-Star game.
And by the way, it's Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Sheehan.
I know. I was just about to bring that up. When you face the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's actually what got me to Erod getting in there was because I saw Ohtani was going to pitch in that last series against the D-backs and Yamamoto too. So I was like, ooh, some big-name guys that should be All-Stars that might not, they'll be named, but they might not be able to play type of a thing. Yeah, it's not easy. You're, a game below 500 right now, Padres, Dodgers. They're going to be lucky to go 500 in this next week stretch here. I think there's something broken with this team. I think this team has settled on they're going to be sellers. And these big name guys that they can unload, if Soroka can get healthy, gone. If it's a 1-year deal, gone. at the trade deadline in a month.
You can't trade Gallen.
No, nobody's going to take him. You got DFA him. You can't keep running him out there.
No.
If you keep running him out there, you're doing detriment to the rest of the team if you keep running. There are guys in AAA that I'd rather see called up here and struggle than Zach Gallen up here struggling. That's what we do.
Yeah,
Merrill Kelly, you can kind of put in there. Merrill Kelly does have some good games, so you give him a little bit more slack, like he just pitched well on Saturday. But it's a hard watch, man. I even heard Dale. I've been saying last year I said it was a 500 team. This year I said it was nice that 98.7 this morning came around, and I heard them specifically use, they were a 500 team. Thanks, boys.
Seems like that's where they're most comfortable.
Yeah, everything points to 500.
Yeah.
Last 10, 4 and 6, right? And by 500, I don't mean exactly 500. 2 or 3 games above it, 2 or 3 games below it, and they just always melt back to 500. The difference is, if this team was going to go not 500 team, it's not going to be because it's on the positive side. You all think, like I do, that if they become a non-500 team, it's because they're going to be 10 games under 500 at some point. Nobody thinks they're going to go on a run and be 10, 15 games above 500. Do they? Am I alone on that? I don't think that's the case as well out there. Robert said, I thought all of Derek Hall's comments were about why refi. I don't get that. Does he always talk about that sponsor or something?
I don't know. Maybe that's the way they bring him in and bring him out. I don't know.
And Robert does say that Erod could start in the All-Star game. That is true. He could. That's it. That's the fun part. I don't know. Do we want Erod to start in there? The only reason I say that is because when Zach Gallen did it, it's all downhill after that.
Well, it's interesting because you talk about Ohtani pitching on Friday, Mono on Saturday, but Erod's pitching on Friday.
Yeah, but the All-Star game's what, Tuesday?
Yeah.
There's a difference between Friday and Saturday. Yeah. So I don't know. You're getting some of those big guys up from that side as well. Ethan, about the Bidwell thing really quick, Ethan said he just wanted to introduce himself. You're taking it out of context. You could have met him privately.
I do. Right now, I see again. I just think your hate for the Bidwell family just
no, not the Bidwell family. No, Dad Bidwell, he was a saint. You know what he would have done? He would have given his tweet up quietly, probably paid for it. He wouldn't have heard a peep about it unless they put it out. Then he still would have denied it.
Do you think he would have given it up?
Dad Bidwell?
Yeah.
Absolutely. He did so much stuff behind the scenes that people don't even know about. You'll never know about in this time. But Ann says, I had the same thoughts as you, Steve, with regards to Bidwell. I have a hard time when he tries to do the right thing and it ends up being about him. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not alone, Dale. I didn't follow up on that post. I saw the postings from the national people, and I went, whatever. I'm on vacation. Not dealing with this now. So I didn't get to see if a lot, but I saw a lot of kudos. Rightfully so. He gets kudos for giving it up. It's easy to not give it up. And stuff to that effect. But like I said, it's just more of that video. Settle down, Tiger. And also says, maybe Gallen should have been focusing on baseball and not his Santan Ford commercials. Does he do Santan Ford commercials?
I don't even know that.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that. Robert says, none of Torrey Hazen's moves will tear apart the locker room. All the players here know the deal and won't speak up. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And I agree with you, Robert, on that. I think that's why the locker room hasn't been torn apart. I think that's why the Cattell thing goes out to media, right? Bob Nightingale and stuff. I think this team knows you don't speak up in this locker room. We don't discuss these things here. This is how it is, and this is how it's going to be. And so that's how it gets out to media, people. I think they run it that way. The expectation is you have to get to that level to be treated that way. But just imagine if you're Brandon Pfaadt. You got sent to the bullpen. You got sent down to stretch out. He was pitching better than Gallen was earlier this year. What does that do for him as a young pitcher? Oh, you gave up on me. Are you running this clown out there for a 6.3 ERA? Worst ERA in qualified starters? What does that do for you?
But see, again, I'm sure they had a conversation with Pfaadt saying, you know why we're doing this. You'll be back up here before you know it.
Yeah, we're doing this because we got to trust Gallen. continue to suck out there. Robert says also, he said, or Autumn says, the comments on the ad. So we're missing this ad thing, Dale. We got to get on the Santan Ford ads thing as well. But Ann says, also, Erod pitched in the WBC, so he was working all spring training. Maybe there's something about actually working the guys into the season so they are ready. I've said that all along. Sirocco and Erod came in shape. They came in looking better than they have as a Diamondback. Obviously, Sirocco's new here and stuff like that. So that's what I said next year. There's no WBC, but tell them there's one. They come in shape and stuff to that effect. I just think, who was it yesterday? Somebody was pitching a no-hitter, young kid, some team, and they pulled him early with very few pitchers. And they flat out said after the game, we don't want to push him and get him injured. That's a rare time you hear another team do what the Diamondbacks do. It's a rarity in baseball. Most teams don't operate that way out there. Diamondbacks do. And now we saw that yesterday with that. I know it was against the A's. I don't remember who the kid was, though, out there as well. Throw up the AL wild card really quick here.
It was the Marlins, and they pulled Perez.
That's right, yeah. And he was dealing. He might have got a no-hitter by himself.
Perfect after 7, pulled.
Yeah. Were they playing the A's? Was it that game?
Pulled before.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but after the game, I was actually shocked when they said, "Hey, we got to protect this kid." Yeah, they said we have to protect this kid out there as a young stud, and you don't hear that too often around baseball if you follow it. Just on the AL side, just to get you guys updated here, because we're going into the All-Star game here in about a week and a half, roughly. Oh, actually, a week from tomorrow, right? Yep. As well out there, just to show you where they are updated at here, because you do have athletics coming up on the schedule and some other American League teams. My Los Angeles Angels coming out on the bottom there. Go Wildcats owners. Go team, go.
Well, I thought you'd come back from Southern California with a
you
new
brought
attitude.
You brought up Michael Bidwell, and now I'm
doing a good thing.
Video.
Now he's done signed you. I wonder if you also let him know if he's going to sign Jacoby Brissett.
After how I'm going to end every show now is like with a Michael Bidwell type ad, and you'll see here in a second. But you mentioned Erod being an all-star, but you failed to mention Corbin Carroll got in also.
Oh, that's my fault?
Yeah.
Or did you start talking over me?
No, it's your fault. All your fault. Corbin Carroll get in too. That's good for him. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, my God. He's going to run out a triple in that all-star game, let people know who he is out there. It's going to be fantastic to watch. Well, I want to end with this, Dale. Buyers and sellers at the trade deadline. The only reason I'm bringing this up right now today, we get more into it tomorrow, but the Athletic came out with teams buying and selling out there on that. Where do you think they have your Arizona Diamondbacks right now? They did it in tiers.
Well, I think they probably have them in whatever tier is sellers.
Yeah, they have them as hinge team. Meaning could sell, but could buy.
Right.
We have a month still to determine if they're going to do that or not. Yeah, they have them and the Padres in this division as hinge teams. Yeah.
You would think that if they start playing better, that they'd be not a sell.
But
what gives you any hope that they are going to put together a good month?
But here's my point. What's a good month? Because the Diamondbacks' a good month is 2 games over 500. How far do you stack it? Now, if the worst thing the Diamondbacks can do is just stay pat. Because remember the talk at the beginning of the year? Oh, we're going to stay pat at the trade deadline because we're getting guys back.
Yes.
Well, now you're not getting those guys back, right? So it's going to be fascinating to see because they can also be like, we like this team. We're going on a run. Let's see. We're just going to stay where we are. And that'll be fascinating to see as well. But just so you know, the tier 4 is where they have them, the hinge teams, meaning still some stuff out there you got to wait on. So if people are starting to look at, what these teams are going to do. By the way, they have Padres, Orioles, Red Sox, Nationals, Twins, Blue Jays, and Diamondbacks. All teams underperforming with talent on their team. All is what I see this hinge team. The Nationals aren't underperforming. Either the Twins are, but the Nationals aren't underperforming, but they don't like to spend money on their payroll. And so, Dale, we're going to start leaving the program Kind of like Michael Bidwell said to that lady there at the hotel room.
Okay. You put me up in a suite, Steve?
No, Dale. I'm just going to say appreciate you guys joining us here on the main event. I know a lot of you think that this show is wrapped around Dale Hellestrae, 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl winner of the Cowboys. But I'm here to tell you, folks, that I am the owner of TME Media. I am the host of the main event here, and I make the decisions. And I say, y'all have a good day. I run this.
You see, I think that's why you don't like Michael. You guys are a lot alike.
See you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great afternoon.